When black men cry, it is not the same as when others cry. It is not the same. I suppose I can only think it true, not being any other hue, but still I wouldn't be afraid to wager my soul and first tear any day or year that when black men cry, it is not the same, and the world, a little more, does die. When black men cry, they cry not for the immediate thing, not for the shallow sting of mere circumstance or moment. Oh no, there is a greater spring, a deep well of water, which has been stored in the depths of dark souls from slavery to civil rights to right now, flowing from the once and still high mountains of hatred and discrimination, rushing upon them like the fall of mighty rivers over cliffs, falling and crashing into living wells, that when pumped, gushes forth waters of clear frustrations, cold violations, and tasteless mutilations of body, mind, and spirit, unquenching and not easily consumed. When black men cry, they cry for what was, what is, and what may well be. They cry for fathers and forefathers, mothers, grandmothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, all those who made it, who lived and loved through atrocities, empty promises, and little white lies, to tell the truth. They cry for those who died, and for those who won't die, can't die, when black men cry. When black men cry, the world grows strangely mute. Street chatter decrescendos to vacant whispers. Wives sit still on edge of chair with nervous hands on mouth and stare a knowing stare. Children tip to darkened rooms and peek through cautious cracks. Radios turn down, TVs turn off, heads turn up, and ears tune in, 'cause when black men cry, it is honesty and tragedy, and the world, little more, does die. Whether the cry comes screaming from the wine-soaked alleys of lost hopes, or as a quiet moan behind closed office doors after status quo meetings at equal opportunity corporations, or under pillows in the dark, or after prayer meetings, or even while asleep, it really matters not where the cry comes from, for the water flows from the same source, an old stream still coursing through present eyes, and the world, a little more, does die. But as this stream flows, it meets rivers, rivers which rise to honor those men whose sweat dripped into its seaward veins long ago from the brow of bent heads and nearly broken backs that lived in order to die for freedom. And clouds burst open, caressing upturned faces, wiping away tears with her own, raining compassion born of the solemn witness of countless prayers struggling to find their way to God. And the oceans swell and roll and crash on peaceful shores, shouting the names of victims who died deaths not their own, and those who breathed their last breath in her bosom. When black men cry, they cry for yesterday and today and someday. Not merely for the moment, but for more, much, much more than meets the eye. And the world, a little more, does die.